believe change is inevitable. So it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all.
Good after, oh nope, it's still morning. Good morning, Wolfpack. How the fuck are we doing? Sorry, one of the kids got my attention. So, I just posted a, motherfucking leaf just attacked me. I just posted a video from somebody else on Facebook, in the Facebook group, and gave me some inspiration. I wish I could like put that in this so you know what I'm talking about, because what the guy is talking about and saying is on point with how I feel a lot in the battle that I go through with the old me versus the new me. And it's got some, of course, it's got some colorful language, and he says a word in there that I don't condone and I don't use, but that's for him to use, not me. But it rings out true, and because it's so. Obviously the topic of today is the old me versus the new me, round one fight. I just wanted to add like the video game Mortal Kombat in there like that, because that's what it feels like sometimes. It's a fight, it's a battle. It don't feel like that sometimes. It feels like that all the time. And now, just because my situation is different, where I used to be a motherfucking savage, like a complete asshole, to not, fucking get it twisted. That's how I used to be. I'm still like that, but not as bad. I used to do it just to fucking hurt people, because I was hurting myself, and I didn't know. I didn't know, that I had anxiety and depression and all this, friggin' mental illness stuff that we battle with. I didn't even know what fucking anxiety was until the ex-girlfriend that I had dated back years ago, like in 2016, she had anxiety herself, and then she witnessed me go into an anxiety attack, which I didn't know that's what it was at that time. And she sat down and talked to me and asked me, like, do you have this? And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I've heard of it, yeah, but I didn't know these were the symptoms. I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. So that's when I learned that I had, fucking anxiety, had depression, had all this shit. I used to tell doctors, friggin', when they would fight me on it, they were like, oh, you're depressed, you're depressed. I'm like, fuck you, I ain't fucking depressed. Like, I'm one of the happiest people you'll fucking meet. I laugh, I fucking have fun, I go out, I do this, I do that, blah, blah. It wasn't until I found out about the whole anxiety thing, what it was like, because they were feeding me pills and stuff back then, and it just felt like it wasn't working. Well, when I figured all of this out, I had to go back there and be like, look, this is the problem. We need to fucking reroute and redirect shit. And we need to start treating this, because I think this is is my main problem, which was anxiety. And come to find out, fucking I was right. Got me on the right medication, helped me the hell out. But it was one of those things that I had to keep going to the doctor, keep fighting the fucking doctor and telling them over and over and over again. I don't believe I have depression. Now, come to find out, I did have depression. But once I was able to get on the right medication of, helping with the anxiety, that ended up helping with the depression too. Which back then I didn't understand all of that. So the old me used to hurt people and used to be an asshole just to be a fucking asshole, and used to be a dick just because I didn't know how to cope with what I was going through. And honestly, I felt back then it was like, if I'm fucking sad, if I'm, feeling the way I am and this and that, and I had a giant chip on my shoulder for many fucking, reasons, that I carried with me for a long time, that, friggin', how dare anybody else feel an even ounce of happiness when I can't even reach that, when I can't even fucking get that. How dare they? Like, I used to hate other people for fucking them being happy, and I couldn't be happy. I just, I was a fucking savage back then. Not saying I'm not now, but I'm not as bad as I used to be. There's some parts of me that I just won't change, because that's what makes me me. And like in the video that I'm talking about, I might have to try and see if I can get the link. It's that Facebook Reel stuff, REEL. I don't know if I can get a link to that, but I'll try and go and see if I can find it and put it in the comments, on here. I don't know how to put it in the comment, or on the, in the podcast, so I'm sorry. Freaking, if you're part of the podcast, and if you listen to the podcast, come join the group and you can see shit like that. I also need to start reminding myself, so we have a YouTube channel now. It's basically the same shit, that I'm doing on here. I'm just taking the Facebook Live and I'm putting it in the YouTube. And, because I wanted to go public, but I want to keep this group private. That way everybody feels, good about, having a place that they can come to, and it's private. Your friends, your family, they can't tell, see what you're posting. I don't even think they can tell that you're in the group. I don't know. That part I don't know, but I know they can't see what you're posting and talking about and this and that. So that's why we've always kept this private. There is going to be a few changes. I need to get on here and explain that when I've got time. I'm on, trying to still get this deck done. Didn't get no further than I was yesterday, but we figured out the problems, and I'm going to correct them when I get off this live. But we also have the podcast. I know I'm long-winded. I know I go, for about an hour. So it's easier to listen to me on friggin' the podcast or, YouTube. That way, for one, you can find the stuff, and you're not, if you happen to miss it or whatever, it dings and lets you know, friggin' that I posted a new video, and because I know Facebook doesn't always do it. But anyways, and I also have a Patreon. I don't push that a whole lot because I want people to, it's not just the money. I've explained that before. It's not just the money through all of this. It's, if I'm helping you in any way, please, shoot me a message, comment, email me. And all of that is for the podcast listeners and the YouTube. All of that is in the notes. How to find the Facebook group, how to find the YouTube, all the podcast hosts that were on iTunes, Apple is iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. We're on. I'm on a lot of them. So it's your preference of what you use. But send me an email. And the email is in there. It's yanaswolfpack, Yana, Y-A-N-A-S, wolfpack, @gmail.com. It's in the notes of the podcasts. Just go, go through the notes, find them, click on the link. You may have to copy and paste the link in the URL. You may have to do that. But shoot me an email with questions, comments, stories, something, suggestions and stuff you want me to talk about. I can't grow if I'm just on here all the time talking about me and my shit. Send me some comments or send me some questions. Ask me some shit. Again, I appreciate all the podcast listeners and on Facebook and on YouTube. But the podcast listeners, from all the way over in the UK and Australia, Germany, Michigan. The person in Michigan, I don't know if it's guy or girl, it doesn't tell me all that, but the person in Michigan that downloaded 50 podcasts in one day, I appreciate the hell out of that. That was awesome to see that. And they're still, downloading. But I really appreciate that. So, all right, now back to the regularly scheduled broadcast here. Now that was my little ad, I guess. I need to remember to start doing that in the beginning. But anyways, it's a struggle sometimes. Like, I'm telling you, now I'm not so bad. So let me give you, for a little example. The new me today, went through Menards and had to, I bought a certain size of wood that I had to put on this deck, and they didn't have exactly what I need. They only had 2. Well, so I grabbed like the smaller pieces and more of the smaller pieces that I had bought and threw them in the truck. The new me told the guy up front that, when I had to go and check out, he had to, do all of that. I had to friggin', I told him, I was like, hey, y'all didn't have this, so I exchanged it with this. I need to go back up front to the desk and, tell them that I have this. Because I already bought and paid for everything. If nobody knows, fucking about Menards, you actually buy everything in the store for like wood, and then they have, a round back that you have to go through a guarded gate to get to the wood and everything and pick it all up, and then, you can leave. You just don't carry it through the freaking store. That's not how they operate. So I could have, because of this guard guy, I could have just took the extra wood, not paid for it, not said a fucking thing, nothing. The new me was like, and the old me might have done that. I've always tried to be an honest person, so I don't know if I would have really done that or not. But then the old me might have said, yeah, fuck it. You know what? You're a big-ass corporation that are fucking us by, all this inflation shit, and you're charging me double the price, something triple the price for this fucking wood. Like, fucking eat the shit. Fuck you. Boo-hoo, fucking, you lost a few fucking dollars, and out of the millions and millions of fucking dollars you probably make a fucking day. The new me was like, nope, it's not right. So I made sure I went up there, told the person, this is what I need to change, this is what I got, blah, blah, blah. Let's make it right. And honestly, so, now if I would have done all that, I could have went to jail for stealing, right? Could have went to jail for stealing. They could have called the cops and everything if they would have caught me and, fucking seen me on video doing it or whatever. Which I wasn't planning on doing none of that, but if I would have done it, I could have went to fucking jail. When I paid for the difference of what the wood I wanted and or the wood I bought and they didn't have, and then the difference, of what I actually got, when I paid for the difference, it was legit $8 and some change. Like $8.30 or fucking something. So I could have had the cops called on me for stealing for $8.30 fucking cents. I ain't going to jail. I'll go to jail for a lot of other fucking things, but I ain't going to jail for fucking stealing shit that I can fucking afford. So, the old me versus the new me, right? How many of you have that same battle? Now, some of you might be opposite. Some of you, it may not be the savage part. It may not be the fucking asshole part. It may not be the, the courage to stand up for yourself and tell people how the fuck that, you feel and, be so blunt and honest. It may be the complete opposite of what I'm saying. So, just use it where it fits. What is the old you that's versus the new you that you should be becoming? If you're not the new you, then you should be becoming the new you. You should be working every day to get to a point where you're changing your life and you're changing who you are for the better. You should be working on it every day. And I know there's some people out there that they're not confrontational. They won't tell people exactly how they feel. They won't, friggin' voice their opinion. They won't, fucking stand up for themselves. They won't do all this stuff. Well, then the new you need to start working on those things. And how do you work at it? Andy Priscilla friggin', has a little story that talks about, how he went and got, when he was taking guitar lessons. Hold on real quick. Get out of the pool! Get away from it! You know you ain't supposed to be around there. Sorry. Babysitting kids. So, anyways, friggin' Andy Priscilla, he talks about when he went and got guitar lessons. And, he was, he took, quite a few lessons. He just wanted to learn how to play guitar. Took quite a few lessons. And he said that the one thing, after hours and hours and hours of taking these lessons, the one thing that stuck with him that this guy had told him was that, and I'm using Andy's words here, and his name is Andy Priscilla. Frisela, I believe. But I'm using his words, and this is what he says how it went. The guy that was teaching him how to play guitar told him, Andy, you ain't got no patience. And Andy was like, well, fuck yeah, right, duh. You know, I already know this. Like, I ain't got no fucking patience at all. Like, he legit, you know, fucking wants to go from not knowing how to play guitar to a fucking rock star within a day or a week or a month or something. Like, he ain't got no fucking patience to sit there and let it take time and time and time. And he said the one thing that the guy told him that, you know, stuck with him forever, wasn't the guitar lessons, whatever. This is the one thing that actually stuck with him, is when he told him that you need to work on your patience. Do you know how you actually get something that you want? He's like, well, yeah, you work. He said, exactly. You know, and I may be chopping this story up a little bit, you know, not saying it word for word. Apologize, Andy Frisella, if you ever hear this. But he says, you know, or the guy said, you know, friggin', you need to do things that require more patience. You need to do that more. That's how you work on it. To get more patience, you need to work on or you do things that require more patience. And that's the same thing with all of this. To get over your anxiety, you friggin' work on the part that friggin', you know, you have anxiety with. And anxiety ain't nothing but fear. It's the fear. So you work on things that you're scared of. For instance, you've been listening to me the last couple weeks. What have I been doing? I've been going out there and putting myself out there more as a public speaker and trying to, you know, better this group and going and talking to some nonprofits and some other places that, you know, getting my name out there, getting what this group is about, getting us, you know, friggin' in the right direction. And trust and believe when I say that my anxiety has been fucking full-fledged running on high, like I ain't fucking lying. Going and talking to these people, I've legit, you know, I sat right there in front of them and told them, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. I don't even know why I'm here and exactly what I want. But I'm working on it and I'm trying to get myself out there. And there's no other way to get myself out there than unless I just do it. And I was scared to death to do this. But I finally did it. It's taken me years just to go and, you know, talk to somebody like that. When I've done that 3 times so far. And then yesterday, the 4th place that I was waiting to hear from the very first time, I've been actually waiting for them. I wanted to talk to them first, but they weren't available yet. But they finally called me yesterday out of the blue, and I talked to them over the phone, and it might have been different because I was actually over the phone and not face-to-face. I don't know. But I talked to them, no fucking problem at all. Explained to them what I wanted to do, this and that. Now, the first 3 times and the first, you know, people I went and talked to, I didn't know exactly what I wanted. And I didn't know what I wanted and what I wanted to make out of all of this and do until I talked to them and found out what they needed. What they needed is now exactly what I want to do and I want to provide for them. So we're working together. We'll get to that, you know, at another time when I start getting things set up. Just know that this whole group thing and support group thing, it's going to build and it's going to get better. I'm going to make it better. Now, you know, I could have done this fucking, you know, 4 or 5 months ago. But what I had the same ideas, I don't know. I could have done this 4 or 5 months ago, but I let the anxiety and the fear and everything fucking stop me. I could have been a lot further ahead and done what I'm planning on doing now. Maybe that idea and this stuff wouldn't have come to me. There's been a few ideas that I've had lately that I want to change with the podcast and with the lives and everything. But that one decision that I made about, you know, fucking growing the balls to go and talk to fucking these nonprofit people and other organizations about getting my name in there has so far led to other things where I was scared to death to fucking do before. The old me was terrified. Fucking terrified for some reason to go public and to put friggin' these lives on YouTube. Why? I don't know. I have no fucking clue why. It was a fear of mine to go public with this stuff. But yet I want to be a public speaker. That makes a lot of fucking sense, right? My fucking, I can't even put it on YouTube where I'm doing the exact same thing here on YouTube. Like, it made no sense. And the other day, I had a thought in my head, and I listened to Mel Robbins, was that 5-second, rule, where you just get up and you fucking do it, you count to 5, and you make yourself do it. When you have a thought in your head, that's when you fucking bounce. Andy Frisella says the same thing. It's the boss voice versus the bitch voice. And you have two voices in there. It's like a little angel and a little devil. If you remember the little cartoons, one sits on one shoulder, the other one sits on the other shoulder, and you're in the middle and you're listening to both of them. Well, he calls it the boss voice and the bitch voice. The bitch voice is the one that's sitting there telling you that, fucking, oh, we shouldn't do this and we shouldn't do that. And, this is why. And, we shouldn't do this because, we're afraid and we're scared. And what if it all goes to shit and this and that. And your boss voice is sitting over there telling you, get the fuck up and do it. Stop being a fucking bitch and actually get the fuck up and do this shit. Just go do it. That boss voice is sitting there telling you, the bitch voice is sitting there telling you, oh, well, what if I fail? And what if, I do all this hard work for nothing and this and that? But the boss voice is telling you, what if you succeed? What if you actually freaking, do what you want to do? What if you actually do fucking make something of this? But you're not going to be able to do it until you get the fuck up and do it. So that's Andy Frisella's boss voice and bitch voice. Start listening to the boss voice. And when I started doing that, and the Mel Robbins and everything else I've learned throughout this whole journey of changing myself and fighting and battling with these mental illnesses, I got on YouTube and fucking finally made a channel and finally fucking did it. And I'm proud as fuck of myself. It may be a small step because anybody can go out there and fucking make a channel. There's tons of fucking channels, fucking nowadays, and tons of people were making YouTube, but they all fucking, had to start somewhere. I finally went out there and fucking did it, and guess what? Ever since I did it the first fucking time, the shit don't scare me no more. It's not as bad. It is nowhere near the fucking what I built it up in my head to be the fucking fear and the anxiety and everything I had, how terrifying this fucking was. Now I get on YouTube and post the videos just like I do fucking on Facebook, and I just boom, there it is, without even a second thought anymore. It's just like boom. Well, why the fuck not? Freaking everybody else is doing it. Why can't I? That's the new me talking. Everybody else is doing this shit. Why can't I? What makes them so different from me? Because they're doing it. They had to start somewhere. They put themselves fucking self off. Why can't I do it? Look at them and where they got. Yeah, of course they didn't. The first fucking day or two, they didn't start with fucking 100,000 subscribers. I don't even know if I'll ever get there. My main point is I want to reach people and help people, and that's why I'm putting the fucking shit out there. But I do have a goal, I do have a dream that I want to become a public speaker. I want to fucking be out there on stage. And if you were listening the other day, you heard me say it. My girlfriend, wanted to come out here, but she realized I was doing a live, and she knows I get nervous when she's around or the family's around or this and that when I do live, so she went to go turn her off way. And I hollered at her and said, no, just, you can come over here. I got to get used to, you guys being around and doing this in front of other people, because if I can't do it in front of my own girlfriend and my own family, just being in the background, then how the fuck am I going to get on stage and do this? That's the boss voice. So I overcame that fear and just told her, nope, come on, you come over here and sit and listen. She listens to them anyway. She listens to the live and the podcast friggin' anyway. So why not me? Why can't I? That's the difference now between the and don't think that the fucking the bitch voice ain't still there, because it is, and it's a struggle and it's a battle every fucking day to which one to fucking listen to. But the more and more and more I've been doing this the last couple of weeks of just doing it and just fucking without thinking it, but without trying to talk myself into it, I've started now fucking being like, why can't I do this? Friggin', instead of asking, myself, what if I fail? What if, friggin' I sit there and I can't make it? And what if, nobody listens to me? And what if I never go anywhere? And what if I put in all this fucking hard work and all this? The new voice that's starting to take over is the fucking one sitting there saying, what if you do make it? What if you do fucking actually, go somewhere with this? What if people do listen? What if you do help people? What if you actually succeed at this? And you get to where you are, and it opens up new opportunities and new fucking doors, because there's people out there that, yeah, that freaking, Zig Ziglar and Eric Thomas and Tony Robbins and fucking Mel Robbins and all these different people, they can't reach, but I can. Y'all come and listen to me for a fucking reason. Y'all find me and listen to me for a reason, because maybe fucking Eric Thomas and Tony Robbins and Zig Ziglar and Les Brown and T.D. Jakes and all these different people, maybe they're just not your cup of tea, so you come and listen to me. I'm bringing something to the table that they're not, just because I'm clicking to you. Now, don't get me wrong. I know they've been doing it way longer than me. I know right now that they're fucking better than me. But I'll never get to the point to where I'm on the same level or fucking higher than them if I listen to the bitch voice and let the old me sit there and fucking keep me from doing shit. And not just because I'm not going to get nowhere unless I take that step forward. I've been speaking over and over again and telling you guys this last couple weeks, take this little steps. The little steps is what matters most. The little steps is what is the fucking journey. The end goal, yes, it's great to fucking get there, but you can't get to the end goal and you're unless you fucking take all those little steps to get there. It's not. It won't happen. You just don't take one fucking step and boom, you got your shit. No, it's all these little steps. And that's what I'm finding out along this way. Now that in the last couple of weeks I'm doing this, more and more ideas are coming to me, but like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. And I'm hoping by the time that winter comes and I'm slowed down on the farm and I'm not doing so much outside work and this, all kinds of shit like that, I'm hoping that's when I can start putting an effect. But I'm also, when I have time and when I find the time, I'm gaining the knowledge, I'm working, I'm putting in the fucking, the work now behind the scenes and doing the research and having ideas and writing them down and, okay, this is what I want to start implementing. And I'm figuring out all the little, pieces to the puzzle about, okay, this is how we do this. I'm creating a plan, formulating a fucking plan to where I'm not just waiting until, okay, fucking the winter started, now I can concentrate on this fucking full time instead of having all these other fucking things to do. Now I can concentrate on this fucking group and this part and everything that I'm trying to do right now, and this idea that I have, I'm not just walking into it blindly. I'm researching, I'm fucking, formulating a plan, I'm trying to, fucking come up with new ideas that will help the group fucking better. Again, you got suggestions, you got comments, you got questions, email me, find it in the notes. Find it in the podcast. Message me here in the group. So, it's a battle every fucking day between the new me and the old me. And if you go watch that video, like it explains, I'm not saying, look, the old me got me through fucking situations that, the new me I don't think could do it. The old me, I needed the old me to fight those fucking demons that I had to fight so fucking hard from. And the old me still fucking has to come out and protect the new me, because no offense to the new me or anybody else, but sometimes the fucking new me looks at the situation different and is a weak ass bitch about shit. That's when the old me steps the fuck up and, gets let out of his cage and fucking is like, nope, we done this before. We fought this demon before. I got this. Sit down, new me. Sit down. I'll take care of this. Because I had to go through all of that before. And really, honestly, the old me isn't coming back like it was, but in a new way, to where the old me is giving me the courage instead of, fucking having the fear, where I used to be able to tell people exactly how the fuck I feel about them and not give two flying fucks of whether, that hurt their feelings or made them cry or whatever the fuck it was, whether I offended them or not. I've calmed down on that a friggin' a lot, but yet the old me sat here earlier and said, well, why can't you still use me for that? Why can't you still use, that part of me where you had the courage to tell this people? Why can't you use that part of you that had the courage to go out there and do these different things with the speaking and talking to these people and setting these things up? So the old me can be used in a new, different way. I don't have to become a savage again. That's not what the fuck I want. I don't want to be, be like the old me, because he was a miserable fuck and hated the world and fucking, just sucked. I was depressed and anxiety and fucking, tried to commit suicide, quite a few damn times. Just not the main times that I was talking about, or that I normally talk about. The last couple of times that I actually tried to do it, friggin', I'd done it fucking a couple times before the fucking, before those last few times. But those last few times is what really changed my life. And I am not fucking recommended that you try what the fuck I tried. Do not. But I didn't know no better back then. That was the old me. The new me has learned all kinds of different new fucking techniques and different ways to fight this and battle this and deal with this fucking, these mental illnesses that I've got. And that's where you got to get. But in the same time, when I had to come up and fucking say, I'm done. I am done acting like this. I am done living the life I live. I am done freaking being the way I am. I am done fucking, feeling this pain and being hurt and being used and I'm done. So in a way, I had to sacrifice the old me to become the new me. I had to let the old me die so the new me could fucking live. Did you catch that? I like that. I had to sacrifice the old me and who I was and the way I was and all this different shit. I had to sacrifice the old me and let him die to become the new me so I could live and I could live a better life. So I could make the rest of my life the best of my life. I hope that one thing that where I just said that, sacrificing the old me and let it die to fucking, so the new me could continue living. Because that's what it is. It takes a lot of fucking sacrifices. It takes a lot of sacrifices. And I'm not just talking about, giving up freaking, things of food and friends and family and all this type of shit. No. There's a lot of shit about yourself that you have to start giving up and sacrificing to become the new you, to change your life. There's so many things that just for instance, being a fucking savage wouldn't have helped me in this fucking group a whole hell lot if I didn't have to learn a little bit of compassion and learn how to talk people and not fucking just, rip their ass and fucking this and that. I had to sacrifice that savage part of me that was just all the time like that. 24/7. There's other things. I mean, it's just, sorry, my mind is blown that I just said that right now. That the old me had to be sacrificed and die for the new me to be able to live. It's just, that's blowing my mind right now. Because there's a lot of things that I had to change about me, and I had to sacrifice to be like, I can't be like this anymore. And that's what it took. And so far, that's happened like 2 or 3 times in my life, to where for me to change, I finally got to the point back after, I don't even remember how many years ago it was, like 3-4 years ago. I had to get to that point where I fucking said, I am so sick and tired of living life like this. Something has to change. This is not how life is supposed to be. Either I'm going to fucking change or I'm going to fucking die trying. One or the other, because I can't live like this anymore. And back then I wasn't talking about suicide. I was legit like, it's do or die time. Because life isn't worth living like this anymore. I can't live life like this anymore because I know where the fuck that's going to lead. That's going to eventually lead to me committing suicide. So I either fucking change or I die. But this time I'm going to fucking change, and I'm going to try so fucking hard, or I'm going to die fucking trying. And I got to that fucking point in life, and then I started fucking changing and trying and learning and researching and figuring out there is a better and different way of fucking living and how to fight this shit. And it just ain't on medication, and it just ain't through therapy, and it ain't through all this fucking, shit. There are tons of ways out there to fucking, to work on all these mental health, mental illnesses. But then, I know there was one other time I think I got to that, but I don't think I was fully there. But so it may have only been twice, because the second time, I meant it. A couple weeks ago, it was either commit or quit. Either fucking go full in and stop holding back and follow your fucking dreams, or give it the fuck up and quit talking about it. So commit or quit. And I got to the point where me and my girlfriend has been talking and, you know, been struggling a little bit, you know, with fucking just life, period. And I'm sitting there telling her, I am so tired of living the way I've always lived. I'm so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm so tired of fucking blowing our money on stupid fucking shit. I am so tired of fucking wondering, you know, fucking where, you know, fucking if the car is going to fucking break down and the car fucking doors won't fucking open and the window fucking broke and I don't have the fucking money to fix it, but I have the money to go do this and I have the money to do that. I'm so fucking tired of living life like this. Something has got to change because I don't want to do this anymore. I do not want to live like this anymore. Plain and simple. But in order to get to where I fucking want to be, I got to give up some of the shit I'm fucking doing. The habits that fucking I have of spending money like it's fucking nothing. You know, going and buying dumbass fucking shit. Going buying dumbass shit that fucking it could wait. Putting priorities on my money. Like, okay, well the fucking car is acting up. You know, right now I think the fucking it needs a new battery. Well, instead of going buying this and doing that and doing this, fucking put back the money, you know, to get a new fucking battery. But I want to get to the point to where I don't have to put fucking money back, that I have money fucking put back for this kind of shit. To make our fucking lives easier. So I'm talking about giving up stuff, giving up that kind of shit right there, to where I'm so sick and tired of fucking living like this. And the way I can fucking see it out is if I go further with fucking this shit. The farm ain't never going to get me to where the fuck I want to be. Yes, I love doing it. Yes, I fucking love being outside. Yes, I love working with the fucking animals. Yes, I just love the ideal of it. But it's never going to get me to where I fucking want to be and be comfortable in life and actually fucking, you know, out there helping people and where my true passion lies. Yes, I love the fucking farm and I love, you know, I love the farm because it don't make me think. My head doesn't, you know, my brain and the anxiety and everything doesn't fucking, you know, run while all the fucking time because I'm out here doing, you know, like thoughtless shit. Yeah, I got to sit here and think about how do I build this or how do I move the animals this way or what do I got to do. But it's not fucking, it's, I don't know the fucking word for it, but it more mundane maybe? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But it takes away the thought process to where my brain isn't constantly fucking running with thoughts and fucking ideas and, you know, fucking this. I don't have to think while I'm doing it. I think that's why I like it so much. But yet, it's not where my true passion is. Because I do like fucking doing this group. I do like fucking, you know, doing these lives. I do like fucking helping people now. Instead of fucking, you know, tearing them down and breaking people like I used to, I'm helping building fucking people up. It's such a great feeling when I've got somebody out there that says, you know what, because of this guy right here, because of him, it changed my life. It saved my life. Because I helped, you know, fucking this person do that, or helped get, you know, that's a way better feeling than what the fuck this farm gives me. It's knowing that I'm out there making a fucking difference. But in order to get to where the fuck I want to be, I gotta start fucking overcoming these fears and this anxiety. I can't just fucking talk about it. I can't just sit here and think about it. I can't just sit here and dwell on the fucking shit. I have to actually fucking follow through and get to where the fuck I want to go. And that's taking these little steps, one at a time. One at a time, taking these little fucking steps to that fucking end goal. Because I am so sick and tired of living the fucking way I am, knowing that there is other people out there making money for fucking doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And living a very good life. But how do I get there? I stepped the fuck up. I actually stepped the fuck up, and I gotta do what the fuck they're doing. I gotta put myself out there. I gotta overcome these fears. I gotta fucking overcome this depression. I gotta overcome this anxiety. I gotta overcome my own faults to where I don't follow through with shit, and I don't friggin' stay consistent. There's changes that still need to be made. It's either commit or quit. And I can't go in half-assed anymore. I gotta go in fucking full throttle. I gotta give it my fucking all, because I don't want to look back, just like I told my girlfriend friggin' the other day when we were fucking talking. I don't want to fucking look back from a year from now and look back and be like, what the fuck did I do this year? Where the fuck did all of our money go this time? Why in the fuck don't I have friggin' money in the bank? I'm still at the same spot doing the same shit, making the same fucking mistakes. I'm still fucking, doing the same shit. I do not want to look back a year from now and realize that I am in the exact same spot as I was fucking last year. Next year, I'm not fucking doing it. So that's the second or third time in my life where I'm tired. I'm not fucking living like this anymore. So I'm going to do whatever the fuck I gotta do to get out of it. And if that means that I've got to put myself in fucking scary situations and overcome the fear and go and talk to fucking 50 people and fucking stutter and be scared and fucking look like I'm a fucking farmer coming right off the fucking field and do all this shit to get on a fucking stage one day and help people like I want to fucking help, then I guess I got to do all of that. Because I've been talking about this for 2 or 3 years now that I wanted to do this. It's either fucking put up or shut up. I can't keep talking about this is what I want to do. And I can't keep saying that, one day I want to be fuck one day. Fuck one day. Why not today? Why not fucking, my certain day? Why not fucking next week? Why not next month? I know I can't just get on a stage. I got to do things to fucking, prepare to help me get there and learn more fucking things. But why not? Instead of fucking sitting here, I'm scared, and I'm this, and I'm that, and what if it all goes wrong and all this fucking hard work? But what if I succeed? What if one day that I'm fucking really up there, and it's one day soon, and not one day never? Because we all know how that one day fucking ends up. One day I'll do this. One day I'll do that. And then one day never comes. So if I fucking start saying more and more fucking, yes, I am doing it. I will fucking do it. I must do it. I've heard quite a bit here lately that, fucking, you gotta find your skill and what you're passionate about and turn it into your job. And I am good at a lot of different shit. I am good. I can build things. I can fucking, figure things out. I love solving problems. I really do. I love fucking solving problems. I love putting, problems with puzzle pieces. I don't like puzzles. I think they're fucking boring. But everything in my life is like, I look at the world as a fucking one big ass puzzle. And I look at it all as a chess game. Constantly thinking. So when I'm doing that, and I'm looking at that, there's one thing that I am really good at. And it's all the time I bitch about it. All the time. If you've been in this group for a while, I'm like, I can't do a short live to save my fucking life. I can't keep it under fucking 10 or 15 minutes. Like, I don't know how these people on fucking TikTok just fucking, get on there and say, fucking 5 or 10 minutes worth and get that point fucking across the boom. It's there and it's hit. Can't do it. But what I can do, what I'm good at, what I'm great at, is talking. Most of these speakers out here get up and talk for an hour. I do that in these fucking lives like it's nothing. So why can't I get paid to do it just like they are? They're doing it. And if you listen to most of these speakers, they came from fucking nothing. Eric Thomas was eating out of fucking trash cans. Eric Thomas fucking come from no fucking, education. He come from a fucking GED. Now he has his fucking master's degree, PhD. He's Dr. Eric Thomas now. He came from fucking eating out of trash cans, being homeless, and fucking worked to get there. Les Brown. Him and his twin were literally born on a fucking abandoned building floor, and then given up for adoption. He was medically, what's the name? He was medically called, I can't remember what the fuck it's called. He's medically dumb, retarded, whatever the fuck the word is. He grew up with the nickname DT, and it was Dumb Twin. He fucking, stuttered. He fucking, did all this stuff. Like, he didn't know how to do any of this. And he's one of the biggest name speakers fucking ever. Steve Harvey, I've been listening to him a lot here lately. Steve Harvey was the same fucking way. Did you know that Steve Harvey fucking stuttered when he was a kid? Real fucking bad. He had a bad stuttering problem. When Steve Harvey started with comedy, it's because he got up and did one comedy show, made $50, and that very next day went and quit his fucking job and then lived in his car for like 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years, because he was sending all his money that he was making back to his wife and his kids. But he lived in the car. He'd live off of like $50 a week. They all started from nothing. And got big. Why? Because they fucking had a dream and they fucking followed it and did whatever it fucking takes. Like Eric Thomas said, you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. Not as bad as you want to sleep. Not as bad as you want to eat. Because you can go fucking, like 3 weeks without eating? Not as bad as you want water, because you can go like, I think 3 days without fucking water. No, you gotta want it as bad as you want to fucking breathe. Because if you hold your breath long enough, within a fucking, however long you can, I know there's some people out there that can hold their breath for like 3-4 minutes or some shit. But when you're pushed underwater, what's the one fucking thing you want to do? It's breathe. And you'll fucking do anything to fucking get to breathing again. You'll fucking fight and struggle. Let somebody fucking hold their hand over your fucking mouth. And watch yourself fucking fight as hard as you can so you can go back to fucking breathing. And that's how you want to get. That's what you fucking need to get in life. Is you want to work at it as bad as you want to fucking breathe. So it's where are you with it? And if you want to change, if you want to become the new you want to get to the new you, then you got some sacrifices to make. You got some shit you need to give up. You got some shit you need to fucking change. But ain't nobody out here can actually fucking make you do it. You got to want to do it. And if you want to be stuck in the pity party game, the poor me, the fucking all this different shit, and be stuck from the shit that's happened to you in your fucking past, then that's the way you're always going to be. You can't do what you've always done and expect to get to some place that you've never been. You want to become what you've never, or you want to become something new, then you can't do what you've always done, because you'll always get what you always got. You got to do it differently. You got to start putting in the work. You got to start fucking changing. You got to start doing your own research. You got to start fucking applying most of this shit that is out there, instead of fucking giving it a thumbs up or a fucking like or a fucking react or a fucking share. No. I see so many people all the fucking time going through and watching fucking positive shit on fucking TikTok and life fucking lessons and posting fucking memes and sharing videos and doing all this shit. You react to it, you'll fucking share it, but did you actually apply it in your life? That little piece of fucking advice that meme fucking gave you, you'll share the fuck out of it and be like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. And then 5 minutes later, you forgot what the fuck you even posted. Are you actually applying this shit to your fucking life? Because the information is out there everywhere for you to learn how to get better. You're just not doing it. You're just sharing shit just to fucking for the reacts. You're not actually applying it to your fucking life like you should. There's so many little fucking nuggets that I found in so many different memes and so many videos and so many fucking TikToks and all this different shit. So many little fucking nuggets and all this research that I fucking have done. So many little fucking diamonds. That if you just reach out and grab that one and fucking held it and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. Instead of just fucking sharing the shit and then just forgetting about it 5 minutes later. There's so much wealth of fucking information out there. Get the fuck out there, stop being lazy, and actually fucking find it and apply it to your life. Try it. Try it. And don't half-ass try it like some people go on and they get put on a fucking diet and then they fucking, oh, I'm going to go on a diet. And then 2 weeks into the fucking diet, well, I'm going to have a cheat day. This is my cheat day. Bull fucking shit. That's you not putting in your 100 fucking percent. You having a fucking cheat day on your own diet, you're doing nothing but cheating your fucking self. Get out there and start doing the fucking work. Start applying yourself. Start overcoming your fears. One little step at a time. One step at a time. Every day try to do something to make yourself better. Every day maybe come up with something and be like, what can I work on fucking today? Just one little fucking change. Do I need to laugh more? Do I need to smile more? Do I need to give myself a fucking high five like friggin' Mel Robbins talks about? Do I need to fucking follow the 5-second rule? Do I need to fucking take a gratitude walk? A grateful walk? Which is where you just go on a walk? Like Tony Robbins talks about. You go on a little walk and then you fucking sit there and tell yourself while you're on this walk, all you do while you're walking is tell yourself and name all the things out loud of what you're grateful for that's in your life. You can't fucking tell me that this shit don't work when it's out there changing fucking lives. You can't tell me that this shit, well, I tried this. No, the fuck you didn't. You didn't try it hard enough. You didn't do it the fucking right way. You didn't do it the way you fucking were told to do it. No, you're out here fucking, trying a little bit and then fucking wanting to say, oh, well, this diet don't work. Or this little tip, this little trick, it don't work. Bull fucking shit. It fucking works. You're just not fucking doing it like you should be. You'll try something for a couple weeks and then swear to God that it didn't fucking work because you gave up. You stopped doing it. You fucking quit. I've tried everything, yeah? Name them off. Name them off. How many things have you really always tried it, or you have tried and fucking to help get yourself better and tried to fucking change and you ain't dropped off after fucking 30 days? But even within those 30 days, did you really fucking give it your all? Because if not, at the end of those 30 days, you'll see the results. You'll get the fucking results. You may not get them as quick as you fucking wanted to get them, but you'll fucking see the results. How many times has somebody out there started a fucking diet and lost 5 pounds within the fucking first week or two, and then fucking, end up gaining those 5 pounds back and then some a month fucking later because they quit fucking doing their diet and they quit fucking exercising, they quit, and they're like, oh, well, that diet didn't work. No, you didn't fucking stick to it. It's the same thing with all this fucking mental health shit. You should, every fucking day, you should be trying and trying and trying to work on yourself. And then don't beat yourself up about it. Like if it's a lesson learned and a failure one fucking day, when your head hits that fucking pillow, you'd be like, that's okay, there's always tomorrow, I'll try harder tomorrow. And then do it. Not just give up. You should actually try harder the next day to follow the fucking plan. I could have chose not to get on fucking live and done live because I said I only wanted to do 3 lives a week. 7 days, 3 lives. And my morning motivations. And I don't count the morning motivations fucking as my damn lives. I don't count that. There's something extra that I do. And the last couple days I haven't fucking done it. Why? Because I've been so fucking exhausted. Like last night I got done doing that, working on that fucking deck. I don't understand how you could be so fucking exhausted. And when you go to fucking lay down and go to bed, already took 1 fucking sleeping pill. And it don't do shit. You still can't fall asleep. So I had to take a second sleeping pill. So guess what? I woke up instead of 4:30 this morning. I didn't wake up until like fucking 7:30. I'm not sitting here beating myself up. I'm not sitting here saying, you know what? Fuck it. I didn't do the morning motivational live, so I shouldn't do a live today. No. I should be sitting here building this fucking deck and working on this deck like I went and got the wood and did everything this morning. I should be fucking building this deck. But instead, I'm doing what the fuck what I want to do, and let's make this fucking live. Because I know if I don't make one right now before I start that deck and working on this deck today, and make sure the animals were fed and everything else was fucking taken care of before I start this deck. Because once I start on this deck, I know it won't stop until I'm fucking exhausted. That I'm not going to feel like I'm doing this. So I'm getting everything else out of the way, including this fucking live, and getting it done now before I go out here and do what the fuck I'm supposed to do. How many times have you done that same shit? I do it all the time around this farm. I do it all the fucking time around this farm. Oh, well, I got to do this, so I'm going to work on this, but then I forget about other things. I've even forgotten to feed the fucking animals until fucking like 9 o'clock at night when finally I'm done fucking building something or doing something else, or I'll be like, fuck, I didn't fucking feed the animals for the second time, or the first time, or this time, or I got so busy doing something else. It happens. But you know what the fuck you do? You pick yourself up and you fucking keep going. Keep taking those little steps. Keep doing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna say it one more time. You can't do what you've always done and expect to get what you've always, you can't do what you've always done. All right, hold on. If you do what you've always done, then you're going to get what you've always gotten. So now it's and what that's saying, you can't always be the way you've always been. That's a childish ass mentality. Fucking definition of insanity. If you do the exact same thing over and over again in the exact same way, then you're gonna fucking and expect different results. Then that's the definition of insanity. If you got somebody out there treating you like shit, stop trying to fucking change them. Change yourself and get out of that fucking relationship. If you got if you're at some dead end fucking job where you hate your fucking life, then go find another job. If you can't fucking find another job because nobody wants to hire you, then learn what the fuck you gotta learn. Maybe you need to go back to school. And don't tell me, I'm too old to go back to school. Fuck that. I know a fucking 49-year-old fucking that is going back to school right now. Fucking, don't tell me it can't be done, because how many fucking actors have fucking, changed their fucking life around because being 40, 50 fucking years old, and they finally hit big. Mel Robbins, for example, one of the best known fucking well speakers out there. She was, I think she was 39 years old when she came up with that 5-second rule shit. She was in the middle of fucking bankruptcy. She was in the middle of depression. She was on her way to becoming a fucking alcoholic. She was in the middle of fucking maybe almost a fucking divorce. And then all of a sudden, one day she come up with this fucking 5-second rule, understood it, and fucking flew it. Now she's one of the biggest fucking damn speakers out there at 39 years old. So don't tell me you're too old for this shit. Don't tell me you're too old to fucking change. Don't tell me I've always been this way, so I'm always going to be this way. That's childish ass mentality fucking shit right there. And that's going to be, if your life is fucking shit and that's the way you think, then that's how you're always going to fucking think, and you're going to get out of life what you fucking put in it. If you ain't doing the work, if you ain't fucking working to fucking change, if you ain't trying to change your fucking life and become better every day, then you're going to fucking be how you've always been. Do this. Do this. Figure something out about yourself that you don't like. And it don't have to be something drastic. It don't have to be fucking, physically. It don't have to be whatever the fuck it is. Figure out one thing that you don't like. Research about that one thing and come up with some fucking some ideas and ways to fucking change it. Actually apply them. Not just, find them and then don't fucking do it, but actually apply them. Try it for fucking 1 week to change that one thing and then see where you get. And if it don't happen in 1 week, try it for 30 days. Pick something about yourself that you don't fucking like, that's not physically, that like, your fucking nose or your eyes or your eyebrow or fucking, whatever the fuck it is. Pick one small thing it is and work on it for fucking a week to 30 days and then see where the fuck your result is at 30 days and actually follow through, actually stay consistent with it, actually discipline your fucking self. Actually do it and put in the fucking work. Not half-ass try. Not fucking like, oh, well, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow fucking never comes. Or fucking, oh, I'll only do it like, once fucking, I only did it 5 days, out of 30, so that don't fucking really work. No. Do it. And then come back and fucking see where you're at. Evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself like a job does you quarterly. But yet do it fucking once a week. Once a week, come back and evaluate yourself and be like, okay, well, this is where I put my time. Instead of scrolling around on Facebook, instead of fucking, watching TikTok for hours, instead of doing this, instead of doing that, try working on yourself for 30 days with that one thing and see how far you get and see how far you can change. And then do that. That's what I had to fucking do. That is legit what I had to do. I had to start picking out little fucking things that I wanted to change. Little things I wanted to fucking work on. And I worked on them until that thing was fucking good. Until that thing was fucking great. Until that thing was fucking changed about me. And I'm still finding that shit. Still finding it. And still working on them. And still doing things. With that, alright, I've been on here for an hour. I'm gonna get off here. I need to fucking get working on this deck. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Get out there and fucking apply yourself. Take the things that I fucking said today and put it to fucking use. Don't just sit on here and watch the shit. Get out there and actually do it. Get off your fucking ass and go do the shit. Always remember two things. You're stronger than what you think, and you're not alone. Peace.
When I was just a young buck, mama always told me, son, keep your head up. I started hustling in the street cause I was fed up. At the age of 13, just trying to get my bread up. Didn't know my father, he was murdered in cold blood. That's why I have no remorse and never show no love. Hoping I piss you off, I really give two fucks. Burning my old bridges, trying to find me a new plug. And knowing that I needed to change, always taking from people who probably needed the same. But I was deep in the game and running deep with my gang. And if our pockets was low, then we was peeping your chain. Boy, gotta come up somehow. Instead of running these streets from sun up to sundown, I gotta change my mindset. It ain't no wondering why now that it wasn't my time yet. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Ha! What did you do? What did you do? This is what I did. This is what I did. Yeah, I followed through with the plans. Washing my hands, I'm through with chasing these bands. Found hope, put down dope, becoming a man. Picking up the number 2 and letting go of the grams. I never thought that I could make it this far, to eating caviar from stealing stereos from your car. You'd be a fool not to change and try and better yourself. Better quit while you ahead, don't get ahead of yourself. And in truth, you'll find peace and find me blowing on pine trees, trying to fill up a dime piece. No more popping my 9-piece or stopping the grind streets. Don't take life for granted, cause boy, you know your time's least. And life is what you make it. Better take the music that you dance to and face it. So next time a hater says you can't make it, let that be your motivation to show them that you was destined for greatness. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Ha. You see, change is inevitable, so it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going. kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up.